A warm namaste and a big hello to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. People all over the world, scattered in different parts of the world. I welcome you to this collective reading, session. And today we have a very important theme. A theme that we all need to know about, because now some of you have walked deep into this journey. This reading is going to resonate with those people who are very serious about their inner work, who take it seriously and they respect it. Today I am communicating with a lot of wonderful souls who will increase in number in due course of time, who will listen to these messages and relate with these messages. You are special, you are very divine. And you need to understand that there is a reason why you are here. It's not a joke you are here. It's not you are here for some punishment or some kind of pain. You are just in illusion of pain. Because you are programmed, just like many other people on this planet, you also got programmed and you started believing that you are suffering and you are miserable, and thus you need to do certain things, you need to live a certain lifestyle. That would be the correct lifestyle, that's what you were told. But please understand, just the way I keep telling you all, that healing has to happen from within. Right? You all know that healing, if you know this, then you are sorted. That healing will only happen from within, not from outside. There are no physical elements that you need to heal or fix. There are no physical things that you need to do. When you do your inner work, automatically things will heal outside. So yes, I am talking to those people who are chosen ones to be here, because just the way your healing happens from within, planet Earth's healing also happens from within. So they could not do it from outside. You understanding me? They could not do it from outside, so they had to incubate some people inside Earth, on Earth. This whole system works on Yuga cycle. If you're not aware about the Yuga cycle, then I will request you to study about it. There are some videos I have also shared. Just look for them. So Yuga cycle is not a new concept. From the land of India, everything has gone to the world. But India is not very good in doing PR and marketing. India is not very good. Not even India. All the people who are into the indigenous lifestyle, they are poor marketers. They cannot blow their own trumpet. But the people who are inspired by the illusionary world, the Maya Nagari, they like to do their own, blow their own trumpets. They like to do their own marketing. Even if they are not doing something for the first time, it's not their invention. They will present it like it's their invention. So many things were actually invented here on this land, and not now, not just few hundreds years back, thousands and millions of years back, thousands, like we cannot even calculate. And why this land is called India? This whole world was a part of Himalayas, was under the rule of Himalayas. There was no separation as such. Yes, there were rulers, they were ruling certain regions, but they were not these separations based on countries and boundaries. Anyway, coming to the main crux of the collective reading, let me tell you that because the healing of the planet, the vibration of the planet has to be healed from within, that's why some people were sent here. And some very high vibrational people were sent here, so that the vibration of the planet would heal from within. And how does it actually work? Okay, for example, there are 100 people. Out of those 100 people, 90 people have very low vibration. They have the vibration of Kali Yuga, dark age. They are not living in the present, they are living in the past and future. All of their education, all of their knowledge seeking, all of their achievements, everything, their collection, savings, it all depends on either what they've done in the past or what their future would be like. But they don't have even a few moments to spare for the present moment. However, people who have very high vibration, very high frequency they belong to, these people by nature, organically, they know how to be in the present moment, because anybody who's high vibrational will be in present moment. So via EBE, extra biological entity, EBE program, extra biological entity, you guys were incubated. Anybody who resonates with this, you were incubated to planet Earth so that you could heal this planet from within. But this is a process. This is not something that happens in a day. So if there are 100 people on the planet and 90 people are living in dark ages, obviously because of their low frequency, they are pulling Earth down towards the dark ages, towards hell dimension. So 10 people have to be very high vibrational so that the balance can be maintained. Now initially these 10 people simply are maintaining balance, and at that point in time they may not even be aware about their true nature or their high vibration or high frequency, because they are a part of those 100 people. They still consider themselves to be a part of those people. So they may not be as stuck to the past or future. They may not be as stuck to the darkness or the dark ages, but they also could be programmed to a certain amount. So till that time the balance is getting maintained. And just by your incubation, the balance was getting maintained. Okay. Then obviously all the pain, because see, as I said in the beginning, that you have an illusion of pain, right? You also started believing, oh, this will give me pain, that will give me pain, and thus I need to do this and I thus need to do that to protect myself from this pain. But you need to understand the true nature of pain. You need to realize that pain is also a wonderful teacher. Suffering is also a wonderful teacher, because when you start researching, when you start going deeper and deeper into pain, you will start understanding the true nature of pain and where is it coming from and what is causing it. What is behind this pain? What is the reason? And so you will find out that the reason behind this pain is fear. And fear is also illusion. Fear comes from ego. Anybody who is too much into ego, they will also have certain fears. And because of those fears, they will work very hard, day and night. They will work very hard to preserve themselves or just save themselves from getting destructed or destroyed. Actually, if you look at it, they are in a way mentally sick. But all mental sickness does not mean that you have to act crazy, In the world of spirituality also, I have spoken about some demons. If you study about the demons, you will realize that demons are very smart. And sometimes demons choose very innocent people, very gullible people. And when they choose these people for their job, they give them something like an offer. They sign a deal with them, they give them something. And they will give it to them because they want to show it to them that I am by your side and I will protect you and I will defend you and I will give you things that are going to be eternal. Eternal love, eternal name, eternal fame, eternal recognition, eternal familyhood, or whatever it is, or whatever is it that they feel they need to procure. Anyway, that is their job, they do it well. But the demons or the devil is never really a righteous energy, because it is in the nature of devil to backstab. It is in the nature of devil to steal. So actually they are stealing the energy of those pure souls also. But how many of those pure souls understand? Not many. If they are really pure souls, they will probably understand when they die, or when they are, about to die, or they are very old, or they've got some disease. That's the time they will figure out, okay, I was getting fooled actually. This is not how I was supposed to live my life. But I lived it, and it felt like a grand life, but I lived it. But it really wasn't. It was empty. It was hollow from within. So all advanced souls, all the people, I call them advanced souls not because I want to make them feel superior, make you feel superior. I'm just doing it because you need to understand that in order to be called an advanced soul, you need to actually advance in your inner work journey. You need to work on yourself in such a way that you're curious about knowing about ascension and inner work, even though it started from romantic illusions, even though it started from the same thing, programming, but you reached till here because you were questioning the programming. You were questioning it, like why? Why is it happening? Maybe for some time you were blaming outside parties and external influences, but after a point you realized that you really should not. Like I've been noticing some channels on YouTube, since I'm more focused on quality than quantity. So obviously I'm not going to share content which is focused on the numbers, but I've been noticing some channels which talk about narcissism. And it really not is about teaching people on how to deal with narcissism or how to heal narcissism. It looks like some people have just come online to spew more anger, more frustration, and get more sympathy, the same sympathy that they are not able to get otherwise in their inner circle, which they need. They need that validation. So instead of healing that validation, instead of fixing that validation, they've created a YouTube channel, and now they're telling the world what narcissism is and how much they are hurt by it and how much everyone else should also be hurt by it. And it is interesting because so many people relate with those videos or that content, but it's good to talk about it, because if you're not going to talk about this problem, how will it get fixed? However, there is no talk of the solution. It's like all of the people who are in pain, they are sailing in one big ship that is about to sink. Okay? There has to be a cure. There has to be a cure. There has to be a cure. That's the thing that they are not thinking about. So they are talking about the problem, and by talking constantly about the problem, they are increasing the problem. They are increasing the pain, the actual pain that it's causing to them, or whatever illusionary pain. They are increasing it day by day, because see, the more you focus on something, the more it increases. Right? Whatever you focus on will increase. So they are focusing so much on how they were tortured or misunderstood or hated, or they are hurt and it's so difficult how to deal with it. They could be making money out of it, great. They could be getting recognized because of it, but there is no solution. Solution is very simple. It is to get aligned with your chakra system. As spiritual or as scientific it may sound, or as non-scientific it may sound, and more spiritual it may sound to some people, they would be like, how will chakra alignment heal all my problems? But it will. And there are multiple videos on this channel that talk about it, so I will not enter into that domain right now. If you want to study personally with me, you can do that. There is an option for that. So I'm seeing the energy of a person who talks very powerfully, the energy that I'm picking on, and carries a big stick along. Okay, the stick is very useful. This person believes in the supernatural. This person believes that there are deities, gods and goddesses, as much as there are devilish and demonic energy. And because, my dear friends, as I just said, the vibration of the planet has to be healed from within, just the way a human soul is healed from within, or human being is healed from within, because the soul is always healed. Soul works on immaculate design. The soul works on an immaculate system, and there are no errors in that system. So it starts how it started for you. That first you thought that these people, you recognize some people and you said that these people are the right people for me. They're going to love me, they're going to pamper me, they're going to be by my side, and I'm going to spend my whole life with these people. And then you realize that these are narcissistic people. So you moved away from them because there was too much pain and drama in those relationships, and then you no longer wanted to be around people who did not honor you or your time. By doing so, you felt separated. It was very painful again. But when you entered the phase of separation, slowly and gradually you realize that separation is indeed the most beautiful thing that you've ever witnessed. And when you learn to live with yourself and you slowly and gradually heal all your wounds, you start forgiving all the people who seem to be narcissistic, seem to be selfish, who seem to be non-understanding, impatient, unforgiving. But the only way you can actually do it is by surrendering to Source. And no matter where you go to, what you do, but you have to understand that our human super scientist forefathers, they were very intelligent. In their world, there was no such thing as separate religion. They just believe in the spiritual science and they followed it to the T. As per them, they knew that this whole Brahmand, this whole world, planet, cosmos, whatever you want to call it, solar system, it all works on sound energy. Sound energy is extremely important. So they created some mantras. They created some Bij mantras. And every Bij mantra was assigned a chakra system, a rotating energy disc which is within your energy body, and this energy body is connected to your physical body, which physical body is obviously visible, but energy body is not visible to many. Of course, those who work a lot on themselves, they do a lot of inner work, they start sensing the presence of energy body with time, and they can also read auras and they can see energies, they can sense energies, so on and so forth. Again, that is something we will discuss some other time. So at first, you're basically spending all of your energy in resisting the narcissistic people, or resisting the selfish world, or the selfish relatives, or the selfish family members. You're resisting their or pushing their negative energy all the time, and you're spending all of your energy into that. You feel that way. But with time, you realize that while doing so, you learn some key lessons on the way. You begin to become independent. You start moving into soul consciousness, and as a soul you realize that you're complete, whole and divine. You actually don't need anything to make you feel complete, whole and divine, because you already are. The nature of the soul is to be complete, whole and divine. And so when you realize this, that's when you start healing planet Earth. And then you also realize that Earth is not even a planet. Earth is actually a portal. Earth is actually the biggest portal system ever. You can go anywhere, to any dimension, to any place via Earth. What is Earth? Who is Earth? Where is Earth? Everything becomes clear to you via practical experience. And in case you want to study all these concepts with me, as I told you, that option is available. You can enroll for the chakra alignment therapy. And I don't run a school or a college. I won't give you a paper degree, because in the world of spirituality, all these things are considered temporary. This world has around 7 to 8 billion people. I'm sure many are not even counted, or maybe the counting is correct or incorrect. We can debate on that. But there are somewhere around 7 to 8 billion people. And out of which, I'm sure 2 to 3 billion people must be having some or the other paper degree. They could be graduates, or they could be having a master's, or they could be having something, some MBA, something, PhD, I don't know. Now, does that make that all of them are equally educated, or all of them are intellectual, or all of them are even educated? So when I say equally educated, that's one point. And when I say they are even educated or not, does the paper degree make people educated? That's the question we need to ask. I will refer back to the Gurukul system, the pristine and pure Gurukul system, which was very popular in Indian subcontinent, the indigenous world, which is not only limited to India. India is the name that is given by the British. This word indigenous was actually used, and from this word indigenous, the word called India was created, and the name India was created. Otherwise, this word India is used for Red Indians also, because they also follow the indigenous culture. They used to. Native Americans, Red Indians, actually different parts of the world, Australia, Nepal, all the countries I know about, all the great nations, they all have an indigenous system that works very beautifully. But this system that a lot of people are working on right now, this system needs validation, proof, physical assurances. Okay, if I have somewhere in my files, folders, my degree of 10 standard or 12 standard or graduation or something I did, or some diploma or masters of whatever, then I'm educated. I can get a job because of it, right? That's what they want to tell you, and that's what you believe in. But the Gurukul system was not like that. They would keep you as long as it's needed. The parents would never interfere, because the master, the gurus, were so amazing. Parents would actually feel that they've disrespected the teacher by introspecting them or by questioning their ways. It was open book. If they wanted, yes, they could go to the Gurukula, or they could just hang out over there, but they were not allowed to meet their children. Till the time the child does not reach to a certain age and the child has not learned certain things from their guru. And the guru was not just a guru, the guru was also a parent at that point in time. If the guru was married, then his wife and him would act as the biological parents, the guardians of all of those children who were in the Gurukul. Now, these people around you, the narcissistic people who a lot of us hate and despise, they actually take energy from you because you are capable of giving energy to them. You are integrated with the source to a certain extent, which you may not be aware about, but you are. So, in this channeling session, the main message is that first of all, you realize that you're a soul. You realize that the soul is vast. It is vaster than the various worlds of the universe. Soul is existence. Soul is knowledge. Soul is pure bliss energy. And this is what Lord Shri Krishna had said to Arjun during the war of Mahabharata, when Arjun also was scared of doing his duty because he also started thinking that he's just the physical identity. At that time, Lord Shri Krishna had said to Arjun that you are the soul, and as a soul you should do your duty on planet Earth. So when you're detaching from all these people who are surrounded around you, your parents, mother, father, brother, sister, if they are not in their pure energies, if those people are not in their soul consciousness, then you feel that it's best to remain detached from them and do your work, focus your work without hating onto them, without saying that they are disgusting, pathetic. I mean, you can say it on certain occasions, but with time you will realize that all of that name calling is pointless, because they are going to be, in future, they are going to be the ones who would have led you to your inner work. You are very lucky actually that you would still have better people in your surroundings, and again you will realize it later on, because if you look at the hardcore programmed people, they are so noisy. They are so noisy, they are literally worse than whatever you have gone through. And this is also something which you realize while doing inner work, or when you do good inner work, you meet a lot of people from this earthly plane, and you also meet people who are so good in acting. They're so good in pretending that they're amazing and awesome, but when you actually look deeper into their lives, you will see that they have very dark lives, with all of their wealth, money, beauty, in some cases name, fame, recognition, XYZ, whatever, ABC. Inside they are full of shallowness and darkness, and that you will realize. And when you meet such people in the outside reality, so it's very important for a lot of people to leave home also. It's very important for a lot of people to meet other people also, or just hang out with the worldly world to get a reality check. When you get reality check, you realize that your people are still far better than a lot of these people. Now most people are never going to find that out because they are not doing inner work. If you actually want to excel in your inner work, then you would be attracted to chakra therapy, you would be attracted to healing yourself from within, you would be attracted to surrender, and you would be attracted to this very path that you are attracted to right now. So listen to the sound of solar plexus, listen to the dhwani, the sound, and chant it also as much as you can. The more you do it, the better it will be. I can only tell you this, whether you do it or not, that's up to you. So this is where I'm going to close this channeling. And what I'm going to end with right now will be the next channeling. We humans actually empower gods and goddesses. Yes, we humans, that's why human beings are so important. We humans can be vehicles and devices for the other people, the dark people. But at the same time, we humans, we very human beings, empower gods and goddesses, and that's why a lot of advanced souls are born as Twinflame, Starseed, Ascensioners, Light Workers, and Mission Doers. You can get my book, In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Our Ultimate Soulmate. The details are given in the description box. There's a link given. Only buy the book from there. That's why I'm actually saying all of this. It's actually a disclaimer. If you buy the paperback copy, you will get the oldest version. The Kindle version is the latest edited version. You can get into personal, customized, hand-holding inner work with me in the form of personal sessions or therapies, and all that information is given below, and you can use the PayPal link to book it. Anything else you have a confusion or doubt on, you can write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. This is my email address. So I'm going to talk about this in the next collective reading. how you have been empowering the gods and goddesses, you need to find that out. I will see you soon in another one. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.